Happy Monday, YouTube. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Hey, I wanted to get on here and talk about, three main points that will help you transition smoothly into virtual telesales when it comes to final expense. Three main ones. And I'm going to start off with the first one, okay? And that has to do with having life insurance companies that sell final expense, but more importantly, provide a voice signature process, which is very important. And a voice signature process allows you to process more applications every day because it avoids from you having to email documents that require some form of a electronic signature, or in some cases a wet signature, in order for you to do the policy. So you want to find companies that do a voice process. I'll give you a few recommendations. Liberty Bankers, Royal Neighbors of America just rolled out as of the 16th of this month a full voice signature process, and a few others. Those are great options for telesales. When I think of companies like Forrester's or Moo or even Gerber, they offer great rates, but if Mrs. Jones doesn't have an email, it's almost impossible to get her approved and processed. So again, you want to go and find companies that allow you to do voice signature applications, and those are going to be the best ones for you. Second of all is training, and I can't emphasize this enough. There's no one that I've ever met that closes 100% of the leads that they purchase. There's just no one that I've ever met that does that. In fact, there's a lot of negativity in sales, and if you're new to the sales, it's something you're going to learn real quick. But you got to have a system from start to finish that would allow you to make sales. And my best advice is always to find somebody that's not talking about selling, they're actually selling. And that's the most important one. If you find a leader that he's out there knocking on doors, or in this case, he's on the phones and he's making sales and he's having success, and he's obviously having some residual success, that's the guy you want to learn from. Because look, you can get in trouble selling real fast over the phone. Because if you don't know what you're doing, you'll create a bunch of sales, but those sales will fall off the books real fast because you don't have a process. I remember years ago when I started selling on the phones, my mentor gave me the sales pitch, and my immediate impression was that the sales pitch was too long. And I was having success, but I felt like it was too long. Against my mentor's advice and comments, I went ahead and re-engineered that script. And you know what? I was having, if not the same sales, more sales. But also I realized that a lot of the applications that I was writing were falling off faster than I could write them. So you definitely want to find a process that works, guys, because you can lose a lot of applications and create chargebacks for you that are not fun. In fact, a lot of agents in this business end up outside of the business because the chargebacks eat them up. So find a program that works over the telephone, that not only shows you how to sell, but also shows you how to keep those clients paying and satisfied. And then lastly, you have to have leads. And one of the biggest problems I see with agents that are just starting out is that they purchase lead 1 week, and then the second week they don't purchase anything, because they're still trying to make money on their lead purchase from day one. You gotta buy leads every single week regardless. And if you have one, carriers that allow you to do voice signature, which will allow you to process more. Second, you have a training system that's documented, that works. And then third, you add the leads, you're going to do a lot of business, guys. I can't emphasize that enough. Whether you're doing outbound dialing or you're doing inbound, the name of the game is leads, and also following up with your leads. Unfortunately, agents these days, they buy leads, they call them once, and they never follow up. And they're losing so many opportunities, and they're costing their acquisition is just getting higher and higher because they're not doing those steps. Leads are important. For me personally, I would recommend live transfers because it saves you the energy of doing the outbound big time. And instead of doing outbound dialing, you're spending your time talking to clients that want to talk to you. Well, you do your math. So again, now you got carriers that allow voice signature 100%, so you can process applications, avoiding all the emails, avoiding the text messaging. You have a training system that works, that's documented, and actually you're watching and seeing the people doing it yourself. And then third, you have a valid lead source, preferably a live transfer. Then you are on track to write a bunch of business. I've been doing this now, selling final expense for 18 years. I started in the field door knocking, so I know what it is to be in your shoes as a door knocker, and I was successful doing it. But for the last 10 years, I've been on the phones, and it took me a long time to really perfect my craft because of all these misconceptions and, trial and error, big time. But we have the process down today. And again, I would be more than happy to show you what it is that we do, because I believe that virtual final expense is the future, and more people, as they learn how to do it properly, they're going to keep, building this out. And, final expense is one option now, but there's Medicare transfers, and there's many other products that are going to become more friendly over the telephone and virtually. So once again, guys, I hope those tips helped you guys, especially for the new people that are watching this for the first time. Look into what I'm talking about. And, one thing I want to add to the leads is not only do you want a good lead source, but you want to make sure that they are compliant. So with that said, you guys enjoy your Monday, and see you guys at the top. Peace.